like just brutal she was about everything.
She was angry as fuck.
Yeah.
Like her temper was hilarious.
Yeah.
And oh my god, this kinky bitch.
Mm-hmm. like getting smacked around.
Yeah, that was
damn.
probably like my most what the fuck like when he slapped her in front of the convenience store and walked away. Dude, I fucking died watching it. I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
And the other guys are like, dude, he's fucking hardcore.
Yeah, right.
It's Otaku Time!
Hey! What's going on, friends? Welcome back to Otaku Time, the show where we talk about anime, manga, and all things otaku. I'm your host, Dom, and we have our two normies, Strolly
Hi.
and Marley.
Hi, guys.
Today, we are talking about Horimiya, which is one of our Cloverworks shows that we are going to be watching.
Lit. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Yeah, it was so good. I loved every fucking bit of it. It was so cute.
It was so fucking cute.
Yeah.
I like so. I could. Okay, so hold on. Sorry. Like I'm just
Get your words out.
The faces are coming back into my head.
Yeah.
It's just like. Obviously, the story is like hella light. No, we're not into it for the story. It's a little slice of life rom-com. But holy shit, it was so fucking cute.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like there was so many times where I'm just like, oh, like the way that they were drawn, like their reactions. Like I
Yeah.
loved everything about it, man.
The little chibi bits and
Yes!
the alternate animation
Yes!
styling. Yeah, that was so
It would
cute.
pop in randomly, and it's just
Yeah.
kind of like, I love it.
Yeah, the little
It's-
faces that they would do.
Oh my god, it was so
Yeah.
good. Just on that front alone.
Yeah. I especially really liked how it wasn't so cringy as I feel like some rom-coms are, where it's like most rom-coms I feel like, at least from what I've watched, are like, oh my god, I can't let her know I like her, and she's like, I don't want him to know I like him, and like in the beginning it was all just kind of out there, and then it just kind of like there were still like those kind of like cringy bits where it's like they're if they just fucking talked, they would actually get more shit done instead of building the drama, which I'm just like, just fucking say something.
Hugger, goddammit!
Yeah.
Like that.
Like there were some of those parts, but it wasn't super dramatic in those parts. And I really like that. I really like that it was just a really feel good, wholesome, like they just really cared about each other from the beginning.
Dude, yeah, exactly. And I think that's something that stands out as far as like the way that their characters were written and their love story specifically. Like they just fucking loved each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like there wasn't friction. There was like they were understanding each other, but like it was just kind of like normal steps of like they just fucking love each other. They didn't have like a huge, are we gonna break up? You know, they didn't have any of that shit. And that's what I like helped with the feel of just being able to enjoy it from start to finish. Was that like their whole story? It was so cute. It was so cute, and it was so heartfelt, and it was so like laid back. It seemed so. A lot of their interactions were like super genuine, especially like with all their interactions in the friend group.
Yeah.
But I appreciate. I felt like their love story was different. From a lot of like what we've seen, maybe
It was more
so
realistic.
Yeah, it was so chill, and I'm so happy. Like I love them both because I'm so happy about how they just love each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they just clearly just love each other more and more and more throughout the series.
Yeah.
Like it made me so happy to see that.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't beat around the bush in terms of getting to the relationship. It definitely just jumps right in.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which was super. It was super relaxing. Like there was no like real super high tension when it came to, at least with Kyoko and Izumi. There wasn't a lot of like you knew what they were about. That's what you were getting. That's the story that you were gonna get. I really liked how the tension kind of strayed away from them and kind of went to like the background characters and like their relationships and how they were going. Like that's where all the tension was. It wasn't on the relationship.
They were stable throughout like pretty much the entire series, but like the problems were with like
everyone else.
Yeah, with like Yuki like not being able to like say that she wants
Toru.
Yeah, exactly. Or with Kono. Kono like also being like
Sakura.
Yeah, loving like
Toru.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Like, it's just,
I actually know these names.
green hair girl liking purple hair man.
Basically.
But like the drama was outside of the relationship between Hori and Miyamura. Like it was around them, and they weren't necessarily involved in it. And like even that, like it was so like natural. Like I felt so bad for Kono with the heartbreak, but then it was also like
It's high school.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's high school. Like she cried and she got over it.
Yeah.
And she was just kind of like, bet, bro. Thanks for a good year. I had fun.
Right.
You know,
that was
like,
so sweet.
Yeah, it was so nice, man. There was so much. Like, I'm so happy. It was such a, like, I don't want to say like an uplifting series, but it was such a solid, like, it was such a solid rom-com overall.
Yeah.
And like, I just want to, like, just as far as like every character was beautiful in that show. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
All of them were gorgeous.
They were drawn very well.
Yeah, especially oh my god, Jesus Christ, I'm all fucked up.
Izumi?
Yes, Izumi in the beginning, dude. He was hot as fuck, man, with that fucking ponytail, and I was like, yo,
I would have hit.
I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of upset that he didn't maintain the piercings throughout the series.
I was pissed about that too.
Yeah, I was like, I get that, like, the piercings and the way, like, his style was a reflection of, like, his turmoil and how he was closed in, and he's like, that's just how he dealt with things. So it makes sense for him to leave that behind when he found Hori, and just like, oh, I'm growing as a person, I'm getting friends, I don't need to do this, but like, just he looked fucking hot. Like, just I would have loved to see him. Dude, like that shit, like his character like was bad as fuck. But they were all gorgeous, like they, and I think that's like just the way that Cloverworks does things. Like, their art style and their animation is incredible.
Yeah,
like the way that they use fucking like perspective in the anime. How, like, it's almost like a 3D background with the 2D characters, and they still place them in a way that you get depth in the scene. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it all the time, but when they did it, I was like, this looks so fucking cool.
Yeah. And I really like the colors that they use. Like, they're very colorful animation.
Yes.
And I really like that. Like, I love colors. So
I love those moments, because every character had their own color for the most part.
Essentially.
And those moments where it was like which is interesting, because like those moments where they would have that like connection, and then it would like white out, and yes, I love that little like that little artistic touch to that was so good, because it reminds you of like real life moments where like you get that your heart goes and you're just like, oh shit. And that's what it like portrayed when it would separate their real selves from their silhouette. It's just kind of like you're stepping out into that moment, and it's like it's such a thing when they're both sharing that. Like, it was such a good fucking series, dude.
Yeah.
I really fucking loved it.
It was lit. I really liked how Kyoko and Izumi's like relationship, like they went from not knowing each other and everyone was just kind of classmates, and then as they started to build the relationship, all of the friendships around them started to grow too, which was like a really awesome like storytelling kind of aspect to it, where it was like you're really starting to feel for these guys, and you get that tension out of the way where they jump right into that relationship, and you're like, okay, cool, I don't have to worry about them. And you kind of see everyone kind of just come together and become this big old friendship ball, and it was really cute. And then you start to learn more about Izumi's, you know, struggles in middle school and even into like the beginning of high school, where like he felt like he didn't really have a place to go, and how, you know, Kyoko kind of just saved him from that. And then as she saved him from that, they all started to become friends, and it was so very wholesome.
I absolutely love that reflection part in that the last episode too, where it's like his old self was like, you finally stopped ignoring me. I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, you finally looked at me. Yeah,
and you see like how things could have played out if he just stayed in his shell.
Yes, that was
like everyone was just separated from each other. No one was really friends with each other, and it's like, I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Right.
Like that, honestly, like from a storytelling stand, like that was an incredible last episode, because like it hit everything. It did that like alternate universe. It had him reconciling with his past and realizing that he's in a better place, and he's moving forward to an even better place. You know,
exactly.
That he doesn't have to necessarily he doesn't have to necessarily ignore where he was because of where he is now. Exactly. He can accept it for what it was and move forward into something greater. And it was, dude, it was so well done.
Yeah,
it was so good.
It was very when in that like the last episode scene where it's him and his, you know, past self or his could have been self, and he was like, you know, you finally looked at me, and as he started to come out, like the first thing that popped in my head, I was like, I swear to fucking Christ, if this hits some like timey-wimey shit right here, I'm gonna fucking lose my brain.
Fucking Cloverworks.
and then he just like disappeared. I was like, oh cool, that was like a premonition. All right, sweet, I'm cool with that. I was like, I swear to fucking God.
So you finally noticed me.
Because like the first thing, the first thing that popped in my head was I forget what Sawaka, his neighbor, who lost her brother. Sawada, yeah. Sawada, I thought it was Sawada's brother was his past self. Like, I thought it was gonna, like, that was the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, I swear to, no, I don't want this. Not on the last fucking episode. And then yeah, obviously.
I love Sawada. I love that plot twist.
Yeah.
That was so good,
She was so
dude.
cute. Yeah.
I loved it so much. She was adorable.
Him? I love you.
He's an idiot. He sucks.
Yeah. And then they follow each
They're just
other.
like, whoa, what?
They try to wrestle Hori away from each other. It's like they end up choking her out. It's like,
There's so many little like I can't even list them on which was my favorite, because there's like every episode has those moments where it's just like it's adorable, it's hilarious, it's heartfelt. Like I'm just into it, like from beginning to end.
And I loved like the Hori family, like, and how they interacted.
Her dad
with
fucking
Yui.
loved.
Yeah.
Big bro.
Yeah.
Come back.
The last
is he
episode.
staying for Christmas?
The last episode at Christmas or at graduation, when he was like, "I want to say hi to my son."
The kids are like, "Yeah, you know, he kind of looks like him."
Yeah. She was like, "Get out of here, Dad." Yeah, no, it was super cute to see how the family just really, really brought him in and really respected him and treated him
so much.
Exactly, yeah. And like, you know, looking back on it, like you can really see how like Izumi actually ended up being the glue that held everyone together. You know what I mean? And it was just I loved it.
It was such a good series.
Can't say anything really bad about it. Yeah, I don't think I really can. Personally,
dude, I got nothing. I loved it.
Yeah,
it was great for what it was. The story was good. The characters are good. The animation was like fucking.
Yeah,
it was good. It was really, really good. Yeah.
And I do want to say about how Remy reminded me of Yui from.
I fucking love Remy.
Yeah,
So adorable.
Yeah, she was
so adorable, man.
Absolutely adorable.
I love how she talked in third person sometimes.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep. I
Remy doesn't like this. Just like, oh, so cute. A little pat on the head.
Sawada reminded me of Nazenyan from K-On! My bad. Fucking right. You get one name right. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
Not even from this anime.
Even Sakura kind of reminded me. I can't remember exactly who. The one of the nerdy girl with glasses. I feel like is what we've seen in one of the more recent ones. But it just
couple of them.
Yeah. It just feels.
Anohana and in Darling in the Franxx.
I think Anohana more than anything. But yes. Yeah. Like sort of like the.
I repress those memories.
Anohana. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Don't like this.
That's exactly what it is. Anohana. Yeah. I did repress those memories. I was like, oh right, that's the sad one. I really liked how, like, it didn't feel like, even though like some of like the archetypes of the characters were kind of reused, if you will, it didn't seem bland. It still seemed like a new character and all that other stuff. But I really liked that. Like I was like, oh, she reminds me of her. She reminds me of her. You know, it was really cool.
Also, I did want to say this too. Shout out to the diverse voice cast for the dub. Like I looked it up just because like some of the voices sound similar, so I'm like, oh, did I know this person? Who did they voice before? I think the dub voice for Yuki was the same as Rika from One Direct Priority. Rika Kawaii.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they have the same voice actors, but they had a pretty diverse dub cast. Like I was surprised to see as many people of color as I did.
Nice.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's lit.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is cool, man.
Yeah,
even the fucking from the dub cast, it's like, oh, I can't complain about shit.
Yeah, right.
This shit is awesome.
Yeah, they did a very, very good job.
A fantastic job.
Congratulations, Cloverworks. You've won me over.
Exactly.
Just don't do 2 seasons. Yeah. Just stick with one.
I'm happy with the 13. I think that was perfect. Like the story's told. I'm happy with it the way it ended. Like,
yeah. I would like to see them like in college, like, you know, the after high school years, like
drifted
like
apart, cynical,
like
sad, working, depressed. Perfect.
Not Marley's dream of that, but like just like an epilogue, like just see one, just kind of see where they are.
A movie.
Yeah, or, I don't know, but yeah, no, it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was really good.
What do you think, Dom?
Do you have any criticisms? Like you pretty much on board with?
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Oh yeah,
there's enough of them in there.
Yeah, there really was.
I really like Yuki. I like how like she always wore like the sweater with like the sleeves hanging out, and like
yeah.
And an interesting thing that I noticed in terms of the subs was that when she was like talking about the cookies or something that she was making and how they were like white as snow or whatever, like her name, like in the Japanese they don't really say like her name because Yuki means snow, and so to make it more approachable for people who don't know Japanese, they were add white like snow like my name, because
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Yuki snow.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
But like I just thought that was interesting. It's like
Yeah, that
making it more easier to understand for
I got it.
the lay person.
Lay person. Got it.
Nice.
Good job.
I loved her design. I loved her long sleeves. Like it was so cute how she would move her hands and it would just be a sleeve. What about you, Shirley?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for Kyoko.
Yeah.
I mean, standard operating.
At least she wasn't boring.
Yeah. I really liked her character. Like, how motherly she was when she was at home, and then how like just brutal she was about everything.
She was angry as fuck.
Yeah.
Like her temper was hilarious.
Yeah.
And oh my god, this kinky bitch.
like getting smacked around.
Yo, that was probably like my most what the fuck, like when he slapped her in front of the convenience store and walked away. Dude, I fucking died watching it. I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
And the other guys are like, dude, he's fucking hardcore.
Yeah, right.
When she was asking Miyamura to like yell at her or hit her or something in the middle of the street, and then like Shindo shows up, he's like, oh, can I help you out? And she was like, no. He's like, Miyamura, is this something sexy or something? He's like, no. And then she was like, you can't help me at all. He's like, it is something sexy.
Dude,
Yeah,
that whole
was awesome, yeah.
that whole like episode and a half about her finding her fucking kink was so funny.
Yeah.
Like that shit is fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
It's so out of character for Miyamura, and it's like,
Yeah.
so prime.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like the long hair too. Like she had like the really nice long pretty hair.
Yeah, I like the way I really like Yuki too. I loved her design. Just the way that she looked as a character was like, oh, you're adorable.
Mhm.
I love the way Remy talked throughout the series. It was a cute, like her voice actress, like it was fucking adorable every time she spoke, and like when she cried and then fucking I was like, oh, it's like there's so much, dude. I love Sawada too, just because of her plot twist.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I felt bad because she had a tragic backstory, and I was like, damn, yo, this character has been here for like an episode and a half.
Yeah, I really liked how Izumi kind of like, when he realized like she lost her older brother and that kind of stuff, he kind of just like was a little bit nicer and kind of took her under a little bit.
Yeah,
and tried
he was
to
like,
try to be
her
nice.
Pocky.
Come over anytime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cute. Then he started feeding her candy. You started feeding her candy out of his fucking hand,
Yeah.
and they were arguing Sengoku and
Toru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like all the characters had such good points to them. Like there's like loved Yuki's design. I love the way that Remy talks. Sawada was just fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Kyoko was a hard ass bitch.
Mhm.
Like they're all so fucking good.
Toru
dude.
was like a mad bro.
Yeah, he
Like,
was
just
such
there
a
for
fucking
whatever.
guy.
Yeah,
he
he
threw hands with Miyamura and was like, yeah, I fucked up.
Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he was fucking him up. Stop. Like, no, I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything was so good. All of them are so good.
Yeah.
It was such a good show.
And they had sex.
They did.
Right, I called it. I was
Yeah.
like, they definitely fucked in that series.
Mhm.
I know they did.
And then Hori bit him.
Yeah, that's when it was. When she was like, "Oh, now you got to grow out your hair," because she bit him like
bit
right in the back of his
neck.
neck.
It was after the credits if you skipped. Dumb bitch.
I was on a time constraint. I'm sorry.
Dumb bitch. This dumb bitch over
You're
here.
a dumb bitch. Everybody
Missing
calls
all
him a
the
dumb
good
bitch.
stuff.
He's a dumb bitch.
All the
isn't
kinky stuff. Dumb bitch.
Look, I kind of forgot. Okay, this weekend happened, and I was like, it was like Sunday night, and I was like, fuck, I gotta watch anime. Shit. And then proceeded to watch YouTube because I was like, well, fuck it, I still gotta fucking waste time.
he?
Anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
That may be my favorite rom-com. I'm still a sucker for the quintessential quintuplets just because of how all the different personalities and that kind of stuff. I really like that aspect. But this one was just all around like just so feel good, just so relaxing, so chill, so happy. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I'd definitely have to put it up there as like one of the probably best, well-rounded, like on every like point.
Mm-hmm.
I still have a strong love for Kaguya-sama.
Yeah, that one was that one. Yeah, that was a really good one too. Yeah,
Kaguya-sama,
Yeah.
But this is up there. This has to be.
yeah. I'm definitely a sucker for like the getting to the point relationship part and then having everything fall. Like how this one was.
I don't want the series to culminate in them getting together because
Right.
I don't want to fucking deal with the ups and downs and
Yeah.
like the drama, the back, the how they have to stretch the story and stretch their relationship.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy with them getting together in episode 6 and just riding it out from there.
Right, and that's like one of the things I didn't necessarily like in Kaguya-sama was just like how it was like I like the battles obviously, but like I just wanted them to just to get the fuck together and just be happy together. That's
yeah,
what I
total
wanted to say.
like the total opposite of the point I just made. I still fucking love
exactly, yeah,
just because like that's the whole premise of
right,
it.
exactly.
You know,
And
the whole
yeah.
show is just like they're playing fucking chess with each other.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's not by accident that they're having this drama. That's the purpose.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I could get behind that, but
Yeah.
that was like if they would have just gotten together like episode 4, I would have been just as happy.
yeah.
So for our next show, we are going to be watching another rom-com from Cloverworks.
Woo! Yay.
And that is Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh my fucking god! What is up with these long ass names?
What? That's a lot of words, dude.
Yeah.
Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Is there a bunny girl in
And she's
First
the senpai.
episode, and she is a senpai.
Is the main character's name Rascal?
No.
Rascal
Is
Flats?
he
He's-
the Rascal?
Yes, yeah.
Gotcha.
He gets called a rascal by one of the characters. Anyway, the premise of this show is it starts off with our main girl, Mai Sakurajima, who is a celebrity, and one day she stops getting perceived by people. So she shows up in a library wearing a bunny girl outfit because no one can see her. So she's just standing out and, you know, just walking around, and then our main character notices her that she's just wearing a bunny girl outfit, and it's like, how come I'm the only one that can see her? And then they like try to solve what's going on here, and then try to get her to, you know, be perceived by everyone else again. And then other strange stuff starts happening with other people related to the main character, and then it's kind of like mystery combined with rom-com.
Dope.
That's interesting. Cool. Does it get like kind of fantastic? Like is it more grounded in that, or like
It's more of like a semi-scientific explanation.
Oh.
A little sci-fi, little rom-com, little mystery.
Yeah.
Is she actually a robot AI?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Sweet. Dodge that bullet.
There is also a follow-up movie called Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl. So the anime itself it can stand alone by itself, but there's still unanswered questions left off involving this other person. But yeah, so the movie explains all that stuff. It's like a continuation off of the series.
Okay, so you want us to watch the series and the movie?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Is this an original work, or is it based on like
It's based off
graphic
light novel.
Okay, light novel, not graphic novel.
Yes.
Light novel. Okay, gotcha.
All right, friends, that's all we got for today. Let us know what you thought of Horimiya and of the episode itself.
Yes, please.
And don't forget to subscribe for more otaku goodness.
And don't forget to share.
Don't forget to like.
All right, friends, sayonara.
Bye.
Smoochies.